open place. It's like a garage with no huge garage with no windows, no shelter. Just a cold wind off the East River blowing in that place. And these trucks arrive with fish wrapped in ice. My mother's job was to take those fish out of those boxes and put them in shelf and put them in containers for the people that were buying the fish. These women must have worked in that because they didn't pay very well. And it was a hard work. It's a miserable work. How did this woman manage to work for such a long time, with such a hard job, to send 3 kids from Puerto Rico to the United States of America? To me, it's incomprehensible because the job that I was working in the winter time, I had to work outside, no matter what the weather was in the sub-zero weather, whatever the weather was. If a customer called for a problem, I had to go, and I had to go to some of those places. And so when I was doing that, I say, how did my mother do it? And but when we came to the United States, a new world opened up. It wasn't easy. It was difficult. But nevertheless, the opportunity was, she gave me the opportunity. Not only that she gave me life, she could have awarded me. It was very easy to do in those days because this was 1938, right after World War I. And things were difficult in Puerto Rico. You needed a coupon for everything you wanted. You needed to, whatever it was, you needed, and you were allowed only pounds for certain things. So giving me life in that time, to me, is a miracle because the difficulties in the country, being a small country, third world country, at the time, it's still pretty much the same way. So as a mother, you start to think, as a grown up, you start thinking back, uh, what she had to do to be a mother, and the miracle of being a mother to me is an amazing thing from God. It's an amazing gift from Joshua that a woman can be able to carry a life with her for 9 months. I mean, she has to sustain that life. She gotta keep that and take care of that life. She got to watch what she eats and what she does. And from what I see, and I know it's not easy to carry a child. Not not that I am an expert on that, but what I see in the women, and they have to do what she does normally. She got to cook, she got to keep the house clean, and if I were the siblings, to take care of them as well. So to me, being a mother, to me, is a miracle of miracles that we see every day. And the shame is that some of us take that for granted. Some of us are abusive, especially when they're old. They're no longer productive, no longer. Uh, I've seen some things, that horror means that they throw the mother away on the street. That breaks my heart. How can you throw a treasure thing like that gave you life? How can you just ignore it? And to me, it's a heartbreaking thing, when I hear that someone attacks a woman on the street or take another person and beats him up. And the nursing comes particularly. Marie's parents particularly we have some experiences with that. The cruelty that goes on, the neglect, and especially if you're multilingual, if you don't understand the language, you can eat the food. It's extreme cruelty in the nursing homes, and I wish that, in fact, I pray to the Lord about these people, especially with this pandemic thing that's going on, and that take better care of them. And so I'm grateful for Mother's Day, coming back to what the pastor said, to speak about mothers and Mother's Day. So I am grateful for those mothers, those that that for the mothers in general, because we don't know what causes a person to go one way or the other. We have mental illness and some bad habits were picked up one way or the other. So I'm very forgiving to mothers, no matter what color, what nation, what they are, because I've been having a man's heart. I don't have a woman's heart. It's very gentle and a nurturing heart that all women have, no matter what. So